Live from Daytona International Super Speedway comes the Doug Designs Can-Am Pro Series for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Tonight, anyone's race, team drafting, side drafting, bumper to bumper, as well as strategic pit road calls will play a huge factor tonight for all of these drivers here this evening. Tonight, me, Joshua Medlock, in the booth alongside Logan Kais joining me here tonight. Logan, how you doing tonight, bud?
Not too bad, sir. How about yourself?
Doing all right. Well, you've been out here, Logan. This is your first time actually in the booth joining me, but you've been out here. You was under a ghost car racing out with these guys. What did it feel like out there, just in that perspective?
Well, I'm used to racing these cars on the old format where the track wasn't paved, where it was really bumpy and the cars were really hard to handle. Out there tonight, the track's really smooth. The car is relatively easy to drive in the draft. Just holding the wheel straight is going to be the biggest thing, I think, to get these guys where they need to go.
You was talking about pit road as well, and of course the drafting. You know, drafting a huge part in Daytona or Talladega. Tonight it's Daytona. But coming out pit road, too, can be a little tricky. Well, what in a case of a situation you're in where you have to come down pit road, what would be the key to get back out and get in the draft to stay on the lead lap?
Definitely making sure you don't lock up the brakes, that you're on the brakes early enough to get slowed down to 65 miles an hour, which is pit road speed. You hit all your marks. You don't slide through your pit box, and you wait until the crew chief tells you to go, and you don't speed down pit road into or out of your box.
Yeah, definitely. You know, that can definitely cost you here at Daytona. Of course, we're going to get right to it, Logan. We've got some stuff to go down through here real quick. We're going to go through the pre-race analytics here real quick before we get into the point standings. We got an air temp of 71, the humidity of 1, a track temp of 72. So the track temp, Logan, not really going to play a factor because it's not a day race. But still, you know, 72 degrees, you know, there's going to be tons of grip out there.
Oh, absolutely. The track's nice and cool. It should make for some really good racing.
Yes, sir. Laps, 80 laps here, no stages. 200 miles, tire window at about 40 to 50. They don't use up tires a whole lot here at Daytona, but the fuel, it's probably going to come down to a fuel mileage more or less. Fuel window at about 30 to 40. I was told 30 to 35, so I put it at 30 to 40 just to be on the safe side. We're really going to see who saves fuel here tonight and who doesn't. But it's really going to come down to that fuel, I'm sure. Pit road, as you was talking about, Logan, 65. I thought it was 55.
No, it's 65.
I thought it was 55. Well, 65 miles an hour down pit road. That is interstate speed here. So 65 to 75, roughly about that. But it's going to be fun here tonight, no doubt about it. Point standings coming into tonight. I'm going to go through the top 6, and we're going to let Logan finish 7 through 12. Garrett D. Grant grabbing up a spot here tonight, going into first with 205 points. Andrew Mraz falling down a spot into second, 185 points, 20 back. Carter Lawson up a spot into third, 178.7 behind Andrew. Garrett Heath, fourth in points, down a spot, 166 points, 12 back behind Carter. Robert Felgen up 4 spots from last week. He is now in fifth, 164 points, 2 back behind Garrett. And Samuel Richards going to round out the top 6 here in the points of 12, up a spot in 6th, 159 points, 5 back.
Here for 7th position, we have a tie between Andrew Jump, who's staying right where he was at 157 points last week, and Jacob Lee, also at 157 points, a down 1 spot from last week where he was in 6th. Now in 9th, because we have a tie for 7th, we've got Chris Siedenfaden, down 4 spots from last week at 147 points. In 10th, we've got Jeremy Horn, up 1 spot from last week, 142 points. 11th spot, we've got Zach Ogburn, down a spot from last week at 140 points. And in 12th, rounding out the top 12, is Timothy Zayas, up 3 spots from last week, currently in the chase with 135 points.
Yeah, you know, I was talking to you earlier, Logan, about how they do the point standings here, and, you know, it's all about points. The top 12 at the final of the 10 races is who makes it to the chase. And of course, the points, the way you get points here, I mean, it can take you from 20th to 10th in, basically one race if everything works out the way it should for you.
Oh, absolutely. The points can swing. Even in any other league, the points swing drastically race to race.
For sure, Blair Patterson. Now we got everybody pretty much out there on the track, and I am showing at about 40 drivers. That is a full field here tonight. Rick Donathan, Darren Clement, Cody Fabianic are your admins here tonight. So 38, 39, 40 drivers out here tonight, Logan. 40 drivers for Daytona. What do you think is going to be the case here tonight? Do you think we're going to have a couple of packs? Do you think maybe they're all going to go one pack? We're going to have 3 packs? I mean, what's going to happen here tonight?
And there's recipes for disaster. There's recipes for everybody getting in the single file line, which we don't really see too often, and just ride until the end of the race. There's a couple packs, sometimes guys lays back. Usually what I like to do is stay away from the wrecks and try to drive through them. But man, there are so many different things that can happen in 80 laps here at Daytona.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows.
Yeah, I mean, you've raced, Logan. You know how Daytona is. I mean, it is an awesome racetrack. I mean, 2.5 miles, bumper to bumper, side by side. You're on the loud pedal pretty much throughout the whole race. You're drafting, side drafting, sometimes 3 wide. We may see 3 wide here tonight at Daytona. It's possible. If we go 4 wide, then something's wrong. But hey, we may see it, Logan. I mean, we don't know what we're gonna see.
We can see anything, that's for sure.
That is for sure. All right, well, Cody Lipstruer and Jarrett Lipstruer, brothers here tonight, are running 1 and 2. Scott Brooks currently 3rd, Jacob Lee in 4th, Chris Seidenfaden in 5th in the top 5 here in practice. Now, we're going to step away here real quick, play the national anthem. Qualifying will be underway when we come back. So please, guys, do not go anywhere. Share the stream out there. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we'll get to the sponsor here tonight when we come back.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant and unafraid. In the home of
Alrighty, folks, back here on MaxSpeedTV. They are under qualifying here. 5 minutes to qualify, and then a 15-minute driver's meeting, roughly. We're going to get to the sponsor here tonight, Logan, real quick. Doug Designs sponsoring here tonight. Doug Designs, Doug Blackman, primarily a sign shop, but also wraps vehicles as well as custom awards, custom creations with custom flair. He has been in the business about 5 years. He is part of CCM Racing, which is owned by ARCA Series racer Eric Caudill. Eric is very pro sim community, so if you want a logo on his car, you can contact Doug Blackman on his Facebook page at Doug Design. There it is, facebook.com/TheRealDougDesign. You can contact him there and, get everything set up to, maybe get a logo on his car. And, of course, they are on TV every once in a while. I've watched ARCA back in the day. I haven't watched the ARCA series in, oh, man, I don't know how long it's been, Logan.
I hear you. It's ARCA's hit or miss for me. I love watching them at super speedways, and that's about all that I get out of them.
It's fun to watch them. They're the same. The ARCA cars are the exact same, and they're out there racing. It's kind of like these guys out here tonight here at Daytona. All the cars are the same. It is a fixed setup. We was talking about that earlier, Logan. What kind of setup is it? It's fixed, so everybody's got the same setup. It's how you drive that setup is where you're going to end up at the end.
Really, yeah. About the only adjustment you get in it is steering ratio, steering offset, and your brake bias. That's really about the only adjustment in your setup that you get.
Yes, it is. Well, qualifying is underway here. Times are really starting to roll in, and it is closed qualifying, so there's only one driver out on the track. Now, they're all out on the track at one time, but yet they can't see each other. So they got that whole 2.5-mile track to themselves. They can put in the quickest time they can. Right now, Andrew Moraz currently running first in the number 31. Chris Seidenfaden in second. Zach Willard in third. Scott Brooks in fourth. Gary Wells going to round out your top 5 here currently here in qualifying, but qualifying is one of those key things here for Extreme. Logan, we was talking about points. You get 1 point, 1 free point, just for qualifying.
Man, that's something I wish that I could get every week just for qualifying, that's for sure.
You get out here, you put in a qualifying lap, that's 1 free point. And it's got to be, of course, a legit qualifying lap. You got to go out there and run your time. But that's 1 free point, man. That 1 point could be the life or death of you going into the chase,
At 1 point could be one spot, that's for sure.
Exactly. And that's just the way these guys do it. Of course, you get points as well for even going in further as we take a look at that here. As soon as I find it. I've got a lot of stuff I go through, folks, so just a few minutes. That's the joy of broadcasting. You just never know what you're going to get yourself into.
I hear you. I'm trying to look through their rule book as well, trying to find anything that piques my interest.
Oh man, you get points for, of course, qualifying. We know that. You get 1 point.
Looks like you get 1 point for leading the most laps.
Okay.
2 points for being incident free, and as well you get 1 point for qualifying, putting in 1 lap of qualifying.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That is correct on that. Yeah, that is the way the point standings go for these guys. And of course, winning the race, you're going to get the most points as well. Going into the next race. So, keeping your car clean, getting the pole, Of course, they don't do stages, but keeping your car clean, getting the pole, and leading the most laps, and qualifying. Maxing out your points is key for this league. Well, all right, it looks like maybe they're going to get into the drivers' meeting here. It looks like everybody, for the most part, has decided to qualify. Everybody is on a pit road here out of their cars. It looks like Timothy Zay is currently running in 21st. Andrew Moraz still holding on to the top spot in first. Chris Seidenfeld second, Zach Willard third, Dawson Miller fourth, and Rory Geeson in the top 5 in qualifying. That's the top 5 in qualifying. We don't know what's going to happen going into the race here because they're going to be bumper to bumper and next door to each other. So let's go ahead and get our pole sitter up here real quick, Andrew Moraz. We're going to bring him up here real quick and have a word with him. Andrew Moraz, Joshua Medlock in the booth. Do you got a copy?
Certainly do. How are you doing?
You're doing all right, Andrew. Well, it looks like you're going to grab the pole here tonight with a 48.974, 18/100ths of a second over Chris Seidenfeld. Now, it's Daytona, Andrew. You know it as well as I do. Anything can happen. But what's going to be a key factor here tonight for not only you or your team, but for everybody else out here?
Just being patient, not throwing outrageous blocks. It's a long race, 80 laps, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of patience. It's a lot of give. No taking for the first half or 3/4 of the race. And then from there on, let it be.
Well, the regular season is winding down. You know, we've got 5 races left after tonight. Of course, there'll be 4 races in the regular season. You're 20 points behind Garrett D. Grant. Of course, that can change after one race. And, of course, tonight, Daytona, it can change dramatically going forward. What's it mean to you knowing you have a little bit of a buffer there between you and second and 12th, but that can change in a heartbeat?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's nerve-wracking a little bit, but I'm confident making the playoffs. It doesn't matter if I'm first at the end of the season or 12th. As long as I make it, that's all that matters.
All right, Andrew. Well, congratulations on grabbing the pole here tonight, bud. It looks like you are going to grab the pole. Looks like we do got a few more out there that are going to qualify, but more than likely, I do believe you may end up grabbing the pole here tonight. But, hey, man, it's a long race, bumper-to-bumper action. Good luck down there, Andrew.
All right, thank you very much.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, you know, our pole sitter, it's anybody's race. Patience. Patience. Who has patience at Daytona, Logan?
It's hard, that's for sure. I mean, a gap opens up and you really want to shoot for it, but it's something you really can't afford to do early in the race. It's hard, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's hard to have patience at Daytona, for sure. And, yeah, we do have a full field. 40 cars. We've got 40 drivers out there. We've got 3 admins. So a total of 43 in the ticker, but a total of 40 drivers. So it is a full field. That is going to be key for not only your team drivers, but your individual drivers that are not on a team. You know, they're going to have to get hooked up with somebody. Doesn't matter who they get hooked up with. They're going to have to keep in that draft. That draft is going to play key.
Oh, absolutely. Finding somebody who's working the same strategy as you and not losing them for 70, 75 laps is going to be a huge factor.
All right. Well, we're going to take a look at chat here as they are in a driver's meeting. It looks like we've got Rick Donathan in chat here. Doug Blackman, our sponsor, also in chat here tonight. It doesn't look like Mr. Doug Blackman, unfortunately, is in the race here. Man, I hate to see that. But, you know, it's life. You know, unfortunately, but still glad to have Doug and Doug Designs and all them guys over there for Doug Designs to be a part of it. But man, 40 drivers, man, that's awesome to see. This is several races that these guys packed on track. So we're going to see some action here tonight. We're going to get another interview in here real quick. We're going to go with if he's in here, I believe he will be because it is mandatory to be in TeamSpeak. We're going to go with James Coy, who just qualified. James Coy, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
James Coy, currently qualified 29th. You kind of was out there last minute to put in a qualifying time. You are going to get a bonus point, hopefully, there. But starting 29th, kind of the back of the field here, bud. Talk about Daytona. How does it feel? What did it feel like in practice for you? Because you're in an actual car. You know how it feels.
The track felt good. It's I had an issue with qualifying. I got in there a little late, so I was kind of confused on that. Get a real good feel for the car yet, but I know that definitely got to make sure you line that car up good.
All right, Jim. Well, you know, we're not going to keep you. We're going to let you get back down there to the driver's meeting, bud. Good luck down there, bud. 80 laps here tonight. It's going to be very interesting, very entertaining to call and watch.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, let's see who else we can get. How about we go with... I know we didn't talk to him last week, so we're going to go ahead and talk to him this week. I didn't get a chance. If I can find him here. A lot of drivers in. There he is. Gary Wells, Joshua Madlock in the booth. Got a copy.
Yes, sir. I got a copy.
Gary Wells currently qualified 7th here tonight in that number 11. But teamwork, you're going to be key here tonight, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, it's going to definitely be a big factor in tonight's event. Just trying to get everybody in line from our team, at least. That's what the plan is, at least for now. Just working with everybody and see what happens.
You know, I noticed earlier you had a whole group down there with you.
Yeah, that was all the downforce guys. We were just working the draft to see how everybody would run together and kind of finding our roles for this evening, if you will.
Well, Downforce Motorsports, speaking of the team of Downforce currently sitting in 4th in the team standings, down 2 spots from last week after the series, all the series are combined together after each week, man. Talk about what's going to have to, get going here going forward.
Well, I'd say getting going forward. I think at least for our points guys going after team points, I feel like it's survival of the fittest. So I think for Andrew and I think Timothy's the other guy that's running for points on our team. I think their goal tonight is just to survive, and if they survive, then we should be right there, top 10 in the end. So shouldn't be too big of an issue. All
right, Gary. Well, good luck down there, bud. 80 laps here tonight, man. Bumper to bumper, side by side. 2 wide for the most part. Yeah, 3 wide. I'm sure we're going to see that 3 wide here tonight. So
maybe toward the end of the race. It's a little hairy at the beginning, but hopefully we won't see that till toward the last 10 laps or so.
All right, Gary. Well, good luck down there, bud, and we'll see what happens, man.
Appreciate it. Shout out to all my fans that have been watching. Thank you, Downforce Motorsports, for the opportunity, and Doug Design for a great series that he puts on. And also my mom. I know you're battling cancer right now, so just hang on in there and keep fighting.
Personal, prayers for Gary's mom. Yeah, that's just, one of those things. We don't wish that on anybody. So, prayers to you, your family, Gary, and good luck down there on the track here tonight, too.
Thanks, man. You have a good one.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's just something I do not wish on anybody. Yeah, I hate hearing that. Well, Logan, we've interviewed several drivers. They kind of have an idea that it's going to be on the edge, at the start. Maybe going forward, do you think that you're going to see some of these guys kind of break away and kind of spread out, or do you think they're going to still stay in a pack?
I think a lot of the teams are probably going to try to work together to get together and see what they can do as far as breaking away from everybody else. But it'll be very interesting to watch them try to coordinate that and get together compared to where they all qualified and see what strategy they use to get together.
And strategy on a super speedway, it's that really plays into a factor. Strategy all over is Daytona's anybody's race. So you've really got to have some strategy. You really have to.
Strategy and a lot of luck, my friend.
Hey, well, yeah, luck and prayers on your side, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, let's see here. We've got about 4.5 minutes left before we get going. Now, Garrett D. Grant, our points sitter, currently sitting back here in 30th in qualifying. Now, everybody knows he is our leader in the point standing, so we really, man, there's so many drivers out here that I want to interview everybody, but I can't. I don't have time. Let's interview here. If I can find him. Oh man, there he is right here. I talked to him earlier today. During the kind of the practice area before I went live. Donnie Lee, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Donnie Lee, well, currently right now, I don't see you even on the track. Oh, there you are. Okay, starting 26 here tonight, Donnie, bud. Talk about the racing down there, man. I know we got to talking earlier. Talk about what's going through your mind here tonight.
Right now, I'm real nervous. I mean, I'm starting toward the back because me and Roy Geeson plan on hooking up, and we're probably going to get to the front, but we're trying to take it easy and stay in the back right now.
Okay, well, I know you told me earlier that you have you have somebody out here racing with you as well. You know, your I think it's your nephew, Jacob Lee.
Yeah. Oh, that's my son.
Okay, your son. Yeah, that's right, your son. What's it like racing him?
Oh man, I don't. He just went to a new league, and I don't know why, but things are changing up. He went to a new team. He's team racing with another team.
Oh, okay. Well, that is, that's the way, for Extreme and everything. It's the way they got it set up, man. But, hey, Donnie, good luck down there, bud. Hey, it's 80 laps, man. You never know what's going to happen. Well, wanted to give you kind of an interview, see how you're feeling. How's the track feeling, though? I know you were out there kind of practicing.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's cool. It's pretty cold tonight because it's running good. Running real good, actually.
Is there a lot of grip?
Yes, sir, there is. You're going to see a lot of three-wide racing tonight, I believe.
Sure. All right. Well, you heard it from the number 98, Donnie Lee. We're going to see some three-wide here tonight, probably. So, Donnie, man, good luck down there, bud.
All right. Thank you, buddy. See you later.
All right. Getting back down here real quick into the lobby. It looks like everybody is pretty much... right there. All right. Everybody's pretty much done. It looks like the drivers' meeting is over with here. It looks like we do have a few that maybe have some questions for the admins. And that happens, Logan. You've been there. You've done that. You've been through it. When you have a question, ask.
Absolutely.
All right. 50 seconds remains, Logan. And then we're going to get going.
I can't wait to see it, that's for sure. I can't wait to call it. I'm so glad you had me up here. This is one thing I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and I can't thank you enough.
It's not a problem, man. Well, we got a 22 incident limit, Logan. After 22, of course, it automatically disqualifies you. That's the way they do it here for the K&N Series. They don't have no resets. Now, at the beginning of the season, they did unlimited green-white checkers. They figured if you can't get it done in 3 or 4, then you shouldn't be out here racing. So it is 4 green-white checkers. That is what they're doing here for the K&N Series. 4 green and white checkers is all they're going to have. On the 4th, if a caution comes out before the leader takes the white flag, it's over. So anything can happen. This is Daytona. All right, qualifying is officially over. We're going to get them down here on the grid here, and it looks like the 31 is going to hold on to that position. So let's go here to the MaxSpeedTV starting grid here tonight. Excuse me. Andrew Mraz grabbing the pole here tonight with a 48.974. Congratulations to Andrew for getting the pole. Chris Seidenfaden going to start on the outside of him in that second spot. Zach Willard in third, Dawson Miller fourth. Rory Giesing going to start fifth, Scott Brooks sixth, Gary Wells in seventh, William Martin in eighth, Rodrigo Aloga in ninth, Orlando Rivera in 10th.
Samuel Richards starting 11th, Jeff Glockner 12th, Brian Wasserman 13th, Christopher Van Scoy starting 14th, Andrew Jump starting in the 15th starting position, Douglas Carlson 16th, Jarrett Harmon 17th, Rick Donathan Sr. starting 18th, Blair Patterson 19th, and Cole Kidder rounding out the top 20.
All right, Timothy Zayas going to start 21st, Jacob Lee 22nd, Garrett Heath 23rd, Michael Robinson 24th, Jacob Shalafo 25th, Donnie Lee going to start 26th, Jeremy Horn 27th, Edward Moore Sr. 28th, James Coy 29th, and Garrett D. Grant, our points leader, going to start 30th here tonight.
Ryan Swan's going to start in the 31st position, Zach Ogburn 32nd, 33rd is going to be Jacob Bell, Darren Clement 34th, Mason Kane 35th, Cody Lipstruer starting 36th, 37th is going to be Garrett Lipstruer, Robert Felsen 38th, Rick Donathan 39th, and starting shotgun on the field is going to be Carter Lawson in 40th.
All right, Casey Duncan going to start 41st. Cody Fabianic is admitting here tonight, but 42nd. And Stephen Dean going to start here tonight in 43rd. Now, Stephen Dean is a standby driver. So, you know, as a standby driver, Logan, the way they do it here, you cannot qualify. You have to start in the back, work your way up. So Stephen Dean is going to be starting his race here tonight, his debut for Extreme Motorsports and 99.com. Yeah, he may have to be starting in the back, but it's still his race just as well as it is maybe Andrew Mraz.
Oh, absolutely. Any one of these 43 drivers has a chance. That's the great thing about Daytona.
Exactly. Of course, we do know our admins here tonight. A big shout out to them. Rick Donathan, Cody Fabiani, and Darren Clement, our admins here tonight. Boy, they have their hands full here tonight. Oh, boy, here we go. Oh, it is going to be fun here this evening, folks. All right, it looks like Racing Fan 99 has changed his pick. He is now going to pick the number 7, the underdog. The number 7 of KC Duncan. So we got some picks going on in here. If you had to pick, who you got picked here tonight, Logan?
Anybody has a chance, but I think I'm going to go with our points leader, the 42 of Garrett D. Grant.
Garrett D. Grant going to be Logan's pick here tonight. So let me write that down. We're going to get going here. So Logan, Garrett. All right. And, you know, I'm going to go on a limb here. And I'm going to pick Orlando Rivera to win it here tonight. You know, why not? All right, well, going back up front here. Pace car is going to dive off here. We're going to get going here. Pace car off and away. Green flag is out. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're racing at Daytona, boys. All right, good jump by Andrew Mraz. The number 9 of Zach Willard going to tail it behind him. That's going to put Chris Seidenfaden back. Whoa, Chris Seidenfaden. All right, everybody is still getting in position here, so give me just a few moments. Chris Seidenfaden up to 3rd, I do believe, as everything kind of gets to here. Yeah, Chris Seidenfaden into 3rd. Andrew Mraz currently running in 1st place here. Oh, wreck in the back. Let's go back here and take a look.
Big one. Oh, man.
KC Duncan involved in that. Let's go back here and take a look at what happened to KC. Let me pause this real quick. Let's see if we can find KC Duncan. All right. I know KC Duncan was involved in that, so let's go back here and take a look at the number 70 or the number 7 of KC. It might have happened right up in front of him here. or it might have started right up in the front of me. I'm not entirely sure. That's why we go back here and take a look. As they make their way in on through the backstretch here. Oh, the 20. Okay, the number 8 of Rick Donathan Sr. involved in that, as well as the 14 of Edward Morris Sr. So let's take a look here and see where this initiated. It looks like Rick Donathan Sr. is on the outside as we rewind it here and coming down into turn number 3. And it looks like it initiated right here between the number 8 and the number 14. Let's see if we can get a bigger view here. Right here between the 8 and the 14. Contact made. That sends the 14 and the 8 both into the wall. The 4 hits the 11. The 11 does squeak by. However, the number 14, the 78 T-bones the number 8, the number 1, the number 7 involved in that as well. The number 97, it looks like, gets a piece of it. So a lot of drivers involved in this early on. Man, not what you want to see on lap 1.
No, for sure. That is not what you want to see.
Man, well, you know, it's Daytona racing. Everybody's close by, Logan, and we know how close it is throughout the race. You know, it's very close. You're trying to figure out where everybody's at. Of course, I'm not going to interview anybody right now because we don't know how really these cars feel. So,
right, all we know is they went off on the first lap and there was an accident in turn 3.
All right, 34 viewers here tonight. Glad to have everybody out there. System Air, Iceman, Rick Donovan in chat, Jefferson, Cabasio. I hope I said your name correctly. If not, I'm sorry. Luciano in chat. Let's go, number 10, Racing Fan 99. Jacob Bell, of course, in chat. Jacob Shalafo, Candace in chat. We got a lot of people in chat. Can't keep up with them all. Well, Andrew Mraz did lead the first 2 laps here. Zach Willard is in second. Started third up a spot already. Roy Geeson in third. Started fifth and already up 2 spots. All right, so who is going to come down pit road here? It looks like Ryan Swan just going to come off of pit road. Robert Filgen is on pit road here, and a bunch of cars sitting on pit road here currently. Man.
I don't think we're going to have very many takers this early in the race, but it could be a good opportunity to come down and top off with fuel and maybe not have to make 2 stops, maybe only have to make 1.
Yeah, and you know, at a fuel lap of 30 to 40 roughly, at about that area, you know, you're running 80 laps here. The more fuel you can keep in your vehicle, the better going forward. So if you can keep that topped off, you may only be able to make it, you know, if there's a green flag stop, maybe 1 stop. It's not what you want to see on lap 1 having a caution, but it is part of Daytona racing. It's part of super speedway racing. That happens.
Yeah, that's the expectation coming in, is it can happen. Nobody knows when it's going to happen, but sometimes it just happens.
Jacob Shalafo, the number 71, as they were talking about it in chat here, happened right in front of the 71 of Jacob Shalafo. Now, as we take a closer look here on the 71, I don't think I have a camera that can get close enough to the 71, but right here, it doesn't look like there is any damage to that 71, so he should be okay. Taking care of your car going to be key here. I mean, the slightest damage on your car can affect the aerodynamics, the push. You know, if you're pushing somebody, it can affect it, or if they're pushing you, it can affect how fast they can go.
Oh, it's huge. Even just a little damage down your door can slow you down 3 or 4 miles an hour.
All right, well, the one to go And it looks like we are going to have a wave by here. That will be the 36 of Donnie Lee. He is going to get his lap back. He is going to be back on the lead lap. So Andrew Mraz going to take him to the line here again, coming to lap number 6. Zach Willard going to be on the outside of him. Chris Seidenfaden in 4th. The 33 of Roy Geeson going to be restarting here in 3rd. Looks like the 57 of Dawson Miller going to be behind him, and the 11 of Gary Wells. So that is your top 6.
Restart here is definitely going to be interesting. I wonder if everyone's going to take exception to the fact that we had a big wreck on the first lap, see if we're going to get single file or what's going to happen. Nobody knows, that's for sure.
Yeah, nobody knows. You know, these guys know how to race. And we do have some newcomers here, but, you know, a lot of these guys know how to race. And you know, they can go side by side for, 40, 50 laps. I've seen it. You know, I've called them. I know they can do it. But it's Daytona. I mean, you get speeds of 190 miles an hour. That's fast. Pace car off and away. Green flag is out. Coming to lap number 6 here after the first caution of the evening. Looks like everybody is trying to get position here early on. Still 2x2. Zach Willard on the outside. Who is going to take the chance early of pushing early?
That remains to be seen. It looks like we're getting to the final. I know you got one down.
Oh!
So green for now.
The number 91 of Blair Patterson off on the apron. Is going to come back up on to the track, losing a ton of positions, going all the way back to 29. Still green flag out here on the racetrack. Everybody looks like still trying to go side by side. Zach Willard, our new leader here tonight. Andrew Mraz pushing the daylights out of him. Zach Willard leading his lap here tonight. And they do not get a bonus point for leading a lap. So leading the most laps they do, but not just leading one lap. One of the drivers that I enjoy talking to throughout the week is that number 10. Started 9th, currently running 5th right now, Rodrigo Logo. He's an awesome guy. He's out here racing up. Where he lives, they don't have racing in our NASCAR. So this is, kind of new to him. And look where that number 10's at. Here running up in 4th.
Looks like from about on back, everybody decided to get in line to ride right now.
All right, back here with Cole Kidder. Ryan running the 15th position. Down 07. Looks like single file back behind him for a little bit. The number 85 right up ahead of him. Andrew Jump does have some damage there on that 85 Valvoline machine. Doesn't look like it's affecting him too bad. We'll have to see how that progresses going throughout the race. And he maybe can get that fixed up maybe going forward. And they're not affecting any at all. Well, 201 miles an hour is what I'm saying. We're wrecking. Oh, and it is a big one, too. Several drivers involved in that. Oh, no. Jeff Glockner involved. Looks like we've got another one as well. We're going to go back here and take a look at the wreck back here with Jeff Glockner and company. Number 24 of Jeff Glockner involved in this incident. Looks like on an admin. I don't know what they do up the booth. We're just going to see here what happens and what initiated this incident. Looks like Jeff Glockner here onto the inside. Oh, right here. It looks like the 07 and the 85 made contact. A little bit of a break, maybe a check up there between the 24 and the 85. That sent the 85 kind of down below the 24. And then a bumper hook there. The 24 coming down, the 85 coming up. Contact made. That sends the 24 of Jeff Glockner around up into the wall. That is going to collect the 22. And the 22 of, if you can find it before I do, that'd be great. Timothy Zayas involved in that. And it looks like the 71, the 96, and you said there was another incident right up ahead of them on the front stretch.
Incident coming towards the tri-oval out of turn 4. I'm trying to find it
All
myself
right.
right now.
It looks like the
Looks
number
33 of Rory Geeson was involved.
Well, see, I know the 15 was right up ahead of that. So let's see if we can find the 15. Samuel Richards. So there was contact made between the 57 and the 15 as well. And this started the second incident on the same caution. The 15, the 33, the 08 involved in that as well. It looks like the 77 gets a piece of it. A lot of people trying to dodge it. So 2 wrecks. Basically at the same time, Logan. That's pretty much.
2 for the price of 1, basically.
Man.
That is rough.
Yes, it is.
A lot of good cars, it looks like, too.
A lot of good drivers involved in that. It looks like right now, it looks like the top 3 have not pitted. Dawson Miller, Orlando Rivera, Jacob Shalafo. Jarrett Harmon looks like he came down pit road, but he didn't stop. So 19.2 second lane is what he's got in the 44. So off of pit road, that's going to put Andrew Mraz first. Jack Willard second, Chris Seidenfaden third, Rodrigo Loga fourth, Gary Wells in fifth. All right, well, 10 laps in. See who we could talk to here. How about we see if we can yak at the 21 of Jacob Lee, if I've got time. Well, I'm trying to find him.
I can't find him either. Jacob Lee, like he's in Downforce Motorsports.
Down Jacob Lee, all right, there he is, number 21. Jacob Lee, Joshua the Booth, got a copy.
Yes, sir, I got you.
Jacob started 22nd, already up to 9th, but 2 major wrecks here early on, bud. It's still anybody's race, man. Talk about the first 10 laps going into the race here tonight, and maybe looking forward.
Yeah, it's a little tough out here. Just drivers, we just got to take it a little bit easy here. Just got to race our race. Just joined over Downforce Motorsports, so I got to thank them for bringing me on board with them. And accidentally got in the back of my teammate there early on, put him down a little bit. But we'll get back up here to the front. Hopefully we got something for these guys. I'll get up there with Andrew.
Well, Jacob, you know as well as I do, taking care of your car key here tonight, that aerodynamics is key. Keeping that, momentum going forward, 10 laps into the race. A lot of good drivers already got damage early, but still a long race to go. What are you looking forward maybe going forward? Like that green flag run possibly?
Yeah, if we can keep a green flag run here, I think we'll be all right. If we can get our teammates hooked up, I think we can get to the front. We can stay up front, keep everybody else behind us. The main thing is take care of your cars, try to avoid these wrecks as much as you possibly can. That's the best thing you can do here. I mean, I've avoided 3 of them already. Hopefully, if there's any more, we can avoid those as well.
All right, Jacob. Well, good luck down there. It looks like you found a team to kind of work with, and, things are changing, bud. But, hey, it's still Daytona. Still a whole lot of drivers out there. Good luck, bud.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys for what y'all do.
I do appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right. Well, Logan, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Well, how about you get them going here?
Alrighty. Looks like we're coming down the back stretch, about 1 to go. Pace car lights are off. Still got quite a good group of cars out on the track. We'll see what happens, see if we can get some green flag in here. I don't know about you, but it has been entertaining so far. Alrighty, the field's coming out of turn 4. Here in a few seconds, the pace car will be diving down off the pit road, and the field will be in control of the 71. Alright, the pace car makes a hard left turn. And we're green. Here we go.
Alrighty, green flag is back out. Here we go, folks. Jacob Shalafo gonna lead that lap here. He's gonna lead a second lap as well. So 2 laps led for Jacob. Jared Harmon setting now in first here, the number 44. Boy, didn't take him no time to get back up here. He's got the 31 of Andrew Mraz. Now, speaking of Andrew, Logan, I know you're new to the broadcasting, area, to this league in general. Andrew Mraz, the defending champion for the K&N Series. So he is out here defending his championship this season. He's got something to prove. Of course, he's got the big target on his back, too.
The perennial target on your back, being the defending champion.
But one awesome racer, Andrew Mraz. I mean, all these guys out here are, heck of a racers. So, they try their best each and every week. It looks like we're going to have about 2 to 3 packs here. And right now, I'm currently running up front with the leaders. Jarrett Harmon currently first, Andrew Mraz second, Jacob Shalavo third, Zach Willett fourth, Chris Seidenfeld fifth. It looks like they're single file here for the most part. The number 10 of Rodrigo Loga on the outside there by himself. He has no help. And that is not what you want cut out there on the outside line. You see the 23, Carter Lawson. Look at Carter Lawson. Damage and all. And he's moving on up. Moving on up. You know the song?
Oh, yeah. Looks like the second pack managed to catch back up to the front pack, so I think we're down to 2 now. Got my pick, 42 of Garrett Grant. Looks like he got a little damage in one of the earlier wrecks, but he's hanging in there strong in the second pack.
Right, yeah, it looks like kind of a couple of groups here. It looks like they're trying to get back up to that main group. The 42 of Garrett D. Grant coming up on the 36. Whoa, looks like the 90. I believe that was the 91 of Blair Patterson or the number 30 of Christopher Van Scoy there, kind of scraped the wall. So the Daytona stripe, Logan, they know about the Darlington stripe, the Dover stripe. Oh, the 71 going around. Everybody trying to dodge it. The 07 going around. The 71 of Jacob Shalafo. No caution.
No caution.
No caution. No caution yet. Everybody's off the racing surface. That is one thing. If they're off the racing surface, there's no caution. But we're going to go back here and take a look at it here and see what happened to Jacob.
I missed that.
I seen it go around. We're going to go back here live on MaxSpeedTV replay here and kind of see what transpired here with the 71. Oh, it looks like there was some contact between him and the number 10 of Rodrigo Loga. And that sent the 71 down and around off the racing surface. Got a lot of drivers going above and beyond to dodge it. The 07 dodging it as well on the high side. So everybody dodged it. Everybody, they were off the racetrack. They were off the racing surface. And cautions are thrown manually. So if they're not in harm's way, they're not going to throw a caution.
Right, there's no reason.
No, there's absolutely no reason.
Yeah, there may have been a little bit of a tight squeeze. They were trying to go too wide around a lapped car, and it's hard to call from here, man.
That's the difference between a broadcaster and the admins. And like I said, the admins are going to have their hands full here tonight. You know, and they go back through each and every race to take a look at what, you know, what happened, what transpired. Because, you know, they got to be fast at it, like kind of like we do, you know. So that's just part of it, you know. Blair Patterson coming from 19th, currently running in 8th in the number 91. The 11 of Gary Wells right up ahead of him. Jacob Lee in 9th. Scott Brooks right behind him in 10th. Christopher Van School in 11th. Donnie Lee in 12th. Brian Wasserman 13th. Cody Lipster 14th. Got his brother Jarrett Lipster right behind him in 15th. Douglas Carlson in 16th. So these guys are starting to get spread out here for the most part. They're trying to probably figure out where their teammates are. Speaking of teammates here tonight for the K&N Series, Samson Motorsports currently in the top spot in the K&N Series, 350 points. Downforce Motorsports, 281 points in second. Primetime third, 280. Performance Motorsports, 277. Performance Motorsports, 204. And Maverick Motorsports, 126. And that is just in the K&N Series. Hey, take a look at the drivers here for each, you know, for the team points. Each series has 2 drivers that race for team points. Garrett D. Grant and Chris Seidenfaden for Samson. Andrew Morass, Timothy Zayas for Downforce. We got a caution here. We'll get back to that. Yep. We'll get back to that here in just a second. The 07 of Cole Kidder and the 97 of Stephen Dean involved. Let's go back here and take a look at what happened here. We're going to be on Cole Kidder. Not sure exactly if that's where it started or not, but that's why we're going to go take a look here. Cole Kidder up on that high side, coming up on the 97 of Stephen Dean. Right here, it looks like the 07 goes low to the 37, blinks back in. The 37 goes high. Oh, the 37 goes high. The 07 right into the 14. The 14 right up into the 97. And the 97 hard into the outside wall of Stephen Dean. Not what Stephen wanted. Not what Cole Kidder wanted either, I am sure. But the caution comes out here again tonight. Lap 21 of 80. Jarrett Harmon up front has led 8 laps. So, man,
having a hard time with lap vehicles tonight. Yeah, I know it's hard to get around them too. It is hard, man.
It's Daytona. Things happen so quickly. You have no reaction time. Maybe a tenth of a half of a second, if that makes any sense.
Man, everything changes. That's for sure.
Well, as the admins do their thing down there, you know, that's just what the admins do. They're going to take a look at what happened there. We're going to see here who we maybe can talk to. They may come down pit road here. You know, a 12-lap stint roughly for Jarrett Harmon, 11-lap stint for Andrew Moraz. And it looks like these guys are pretty much going to come down a pit road here. So pit road going to be busy here at Daytona. Man. At Daytona, baby. It's Daytona.
That's all you can say about it.
Lap 22 of 80. Of course, you know, man, awesome racing. I mean, these guys, they try their best. It's the K&N cars, Logan. I mean, these K&N cars, they're a different type of car. You know, it looks like the number, not sure exactly who made it out first. Looks like maybe the number off of pit road. It looks like the 31 of Andrew Moraz. Cole Kidder in the 07 stayed out. So Andrew Moraz is going to be the first one off of pit road. Rodrigo Loga coming from ninth, going to be currently second off of pit road. He is going to be currently sitting in that third place here. Let's go back and see who we can talk to maybe in the back of the field here. Some people that that I hardly talk to. Looks like we've got still some guys on pit road. The numbers. Well, he did come and send me a message here. I don't know. Hopefully he's not too upset, but it is Daytona. So, but we'll see if we can get him up here. He was involved in that incident there, and he was making his debut here tonight. So, hopefully he's not too upset. But Stephen Dean, do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Well, Steven, you're the one that poked me, wanted to come up here and talk about that one. I mean, it's Daytona. It happened so quick, bud. But talk about kind of what was going on through your mind when that incident happened.
Man, I'll tell you what. There was so much going on at one time. I was already hurt a little bit, but I was riding the top side, and I couldn't tell you what number it was, who it was. Just kind of cut up in front of me, and I guess one was going slower. He was trying to avoid, and someone got into him, and it just all went downhill from there.
Well, Steven, are you going to be able to get that number 97 back out there? I know the engine blew, but are you going to be able to get it back out on track?
Well, as of right now, I've got 38 minutes of required, so I think I'm going to sit here and take it, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, motor blew, so it's a tough night.
And it's a tough night for everybody, Steven. It's Daytona. I mean, a big 40 drivers out here, Steven. 40. You being one of them. You know, a packed Daytona International Super Speedway. You guys are reaching speeds at 190. I seen a speed of 201 here tonight. That's fast in the K&N cars.
Yeah, this definitely isn't how I wanted to make my extreme debut, but you know, it is what it is. Like you said, it's Daytona. I know I've watched some other league racing with you, and even broadcasted one with you, and it was a plate track, and we saw how bad it can go and how quickly it can get there.
Yeah, and you know, it's plate track racing. I'm sure these guys are going to figure it out. Steven, you know these guys a little bit better than I do, being my first season. So, you know, I'll get to know them. But, hey, Steven, hopefully we'll see you back out there on the track, man. Good luck down there. I know you got some teammates down there, too, that you maybe can kind of talk to throughout the race before you get that car back out there, man. But man, we had it for everybody out here. But good luck out there tonight, bud.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. And I just wanted to shout out real quick. I appreciate Jacob Bell for giving me this 97 Lodgebox wax electric car. It was great while it lasted, but I'm going to get back down here and talk to these guys.
All righty, bud. Good luck, Steven. And, man, hopefully we'll see, you know, somebody up front running up here tonight. It's still a long race to go. So, you know, for you, don't give up. For everybody else out there on the track as well, don't give up, too.
Yeah, we got 6 guys in this race, so hopefully one of us can get there.
Oh, wow. All righty, man. Good luck.
Thank you. Have a good one.
All righty, Logan. Well, we're double foul here already. You know, I don't have that very often, that a person involved in a wreck actually pokes me and says, hey, let me talk about that one. That don't happen very often.
Sometimes I don't want to talk about it either. I know what it's like getting involved in something, trying to mind your own P's and Q's. It's frustrating for sure, and a lot of times you don't really want to talk to anybody. So it's nice to see somebody that wants to talk about it and give you some insight as to what they think happened.
Yeah, and you know, a little bit of insight, because we're not on the track, Logan. We don't know what these drivers are going through lap after lap. We're up here, we're just seeing it from another angle, another view. I mean, they're down there going 195, 200 miles an hour side by side. Yeah, that's a lot different than being up here talking about it.
It's a lot slower from here for sure.
Well, all right, Andrew Moraz on the inside of Rodrigo Loga. Going to get him going here. Coming to lap 25. Pace car is off the way. Green flag is back out. Andrew Moraz on the loud pedal before the green flag came out. The leader does have control of the field once all 4 tires leave the racing surface of the pace car. So once them 4 tires are off, he can go. And that's what Andrew Moraz did.
It looks like he may have got, 8 wheels, double the horsepower is better than just the 2.
Yeah, exactly. Into Moraz. Gary Wells now up to second. Rodrigo Loga back to third. Here comes the 5 of Chris Seidenfaden. Chris up to 5th. Now he started second. He was working his way back up here. The 23 of Carter Lawson on the out. Man, Carter Lawson in that number 23, he's still hanging strong here. Even with the damage he has on that right rear, he is still just, he's kicking it as we kind of go on here to Carter Lawson. Not sure why it's not working, but there we go. We'll get it fixed here in a minute.
Now we're back 2 wide, 4 rows, 5 rows, 6, 7 rows now. It's heating up, Josh.
Oh yeah, it's going to heat up throughout the whole race. Playoff implications, as they was putting off in chat here, coming from Colin Hudson. Daytona. It's kind of like you can't compete. Oh, we got another one. Another caution.
Pushing it 3 wide.
Oh, and it is a big one here. A lot of drivers involved in this. This is going to take us a few minutes to kind of go through here and see kind of what happened. I'm going to be on Dawson Miller in the 57. So I don't know where that happened at. I don't know if it started in front of Dawson or with Dawson. I don't know, But Dawson going to shoot it to the outside of the 85. They're going to go side by side here. And the 44 right there of Jarrett Harmon gets into the wall. Looks like they were 3 wide here with Jarrett Harmon. Yeah, 3 wide with Jarrett. Jarrett goes up into the wall. Does try to hold it, but comes back down into the 57, it looks like. The 57 into the 85. However, the 85 does squeak by. Looks like a little bit of kind of glitching there. The 57 goes up into the wall. The 99, it looks like, dodges it. The 57, the 42 involved in that.
Yep.
Oh, so let's go on to Dawson Miller here. Dawson Miller involved in that. Right here, the 07 involved. Looks like the 87 might have, the 87 gets involved. The 76, the 22, the 70, the 67. And, oh, man, what a tumble the 07 took. We're going to go right along here with the 07 here. And if you're get motion sickness, and I put a disclaimer out here for everybody because the 07 took a whirl. If you get motion sickness, please don't watch this, but the 07 took a tumble. We're going to go right along here with Cole Kidder in a cockpit view. He was involved in this. And this is just from his perspective. He's trying to dodge it. He's going around. He gets involved, goes up on the fence, and just takes a tumble down the track. Heavy damage coming to Cole Kidder as well.
What a rough ride.
That was, man, that was horrible. Just the tumble. Real life, even just watching it on virtual, here on iRacing, that's rough.
It makes me hurt just looking at it.
I know these guys don't get physically hurt, but man, you don't have a reset. You just can't pop out, reset, and get back out on the track, And tough break for a lot of these drivers. It looks like Timothy Zayas has taken his car behind the wall here tonight. I don't know exactly, we got Cole Kidder, Dawson Miller on pit road, Jacob Shalafo. Not what you want to see 28 laps into the race. A lot of drivers still trying to get damage fixed. How about we talk to another driver here? Number 94 of Scott Brooks. Gonna find Scott here. Must be blind again.
I don't see him either.
I don't see him either. All right, well, let's, man. Let's talk to Carter Lawson, shall we? I know Carter's got some damage. I see him down here, so let's talk to Carter here. Carter Lawson, Joshua in the booth, got a copy, buddy.
Yeah, I got you.
Carter, man, you got some damage, but it doesn't look like it's affecting you any in that number 23, bud. Talk about your run there, and, man, what are you doing? It's awesome.
I have no idea. I'm just getting that middle group to hook up, and I'm getting a run on everybody on the bottom coming out of the turn. I'm able to get around them without any drafting help.
Well, Carter, you started back in 40th, man. 40th position. You're running all the way up here in 3rd place here, 29 laps into the race. What is going through your mind? It's still a whole lot of laps left to go. We haven't even reached the halfway mark here tonight. What is going through your mind here at this current moment?
Well, all I'm trying to do right now is stay consistent and try to miss all these incidents that keep happening right now.
We know you got a fast car, Carter. We can see it. Do you think you maybe have a shot at winning here tonight?
Well, if I'm honest, anybody right now has a shot at winning. It's Daytona.
Well, hey, yeah, it came from one of the drivers down here on the track, Carter, man. Running strong out here tonight, but good luck. Still a whole lot of laps left to go, man. Good luck down there.
Thank you.
Right. Well, looks like we're going to have Gary Wells and Andrew Mraz up here. Rodrigo Loga going to be setting in 4th. The 23 going to be in 3rd. Get him going.
All right, we are coming down the back stretch. Looks like we only had one taker on pit road, from what I could see. It looks like it's starting to become a war of attrition, Josh. We're getting dwindled down here and see what we got.
Daytona.
That it is. It's always a roll of the dice when you come here. Everybody knows that. Let's see if we can get some more green flag laps in here. We're on lap 30 out of our 80. We still have, if we go green from here, we still have a possibility for at least one green flag pit stop.
At about 50 laps, yep.
Getting ready. Pace car is about to pull off here. The leader will have control of the field. Here we go. Green flag is out.
All right, here we go. Green flag. Andrew jumping on the loud pedal. That's going to put Gary Wells in 2nd. A little bit of bumper to bumper going on and side by side between the 23 and the 10. Boy, that 23 of Carter Lawson, though, pushing the daylights there out of the 11 of Gary Wells. Back into the field a little ways further. Donnie Lee in the 36 up high. Looks like he's going to drop it back low behind the 08 of Orlando Rivera. An awesome driver as well, that number 08. All these guys out here, though, are awesome drivers. Cody Lipster, a newcomer out here, currently running in 15th. Jarrett, currently 17th. Andrew Jump in the 85 to the inside of the 99. The 99 of Jarrett Lipster. So it looks like maybe the Lipsters are going to get hooked up here momentarily. The 96 and the 99. Looks like we've got...
Nice to have somebody you can count on.
Yeah, and you know, we've talked about it throughout the race. If you can find somebody to hook up with, it doesn't matter who it is, get with them. You know, right now the 85 of Andrew Jump sitting back here with the 96 and the 99. In an opinion of a racer, you know, the 85's best option, you know, with it still being early on, would be to get hooked up with that 96 and 99 right now. You know, get in the draft of them two drivers. You know, go with them. Yeah. Right now, Andrew Jump is to the inside of the 99, but the 96 and the 99 on the outside, they take him during the turns, but then again, that 85, that damage, he does have a little bit of damage there. It may be affecting him. Each damage on each car is different as well.
Yeah, it could be. He could have a little rear end damage. That in itself is like a sail, like a parachute, just pulling you back. And really the only way he's going is to have somebody behind you taking that air off of your spoiler, off of your parachute per se, and that's when you guys can go together.
Exactly. Well, we're going to be on the 67 of Ryan Swan, currently back here running in about a 3-car pack. He's got the 76 of Jacob Bell, Mason Kane. These guys running 18th, 19th, and 20th here currently. You know, you about another field back here right behind him. James Coy kind of all by himself. Garrett Heath in the 88. He is back out here on to the track. He is still on the lead lap. Garrett D. Grant, he is on the lead lap as well in the number 42, but significant damage on that 42. He is currently riding beside the 24 and the 78 here currently. The 24 being Jeff Glockner and the 78 of Jeremy Horn. So these guys running kind of a 3-car field back here together. You know, hey, you got to do what you got to do if you're on the lead lap, you know.
Absolutely, guys. Get with whoever you can get with and try to maintain some kind of speed and try to keep going a lap down.
All right, we've got some more people in chat here. Robbie in chat, Jeff Gordon 24 in chat, Trenton in chat. I'm trying to see all of you. Jefferson, Skillet, a lot of the.
I'm sorry, Josh. We were almost 3 wide here for a second. Everybody's 2 by 2 up at the front of the field.
Yeah, they are 2 by 2. Gary Wells, Andrew Mraz 1 and 2. Chris Seidenfaden in the number 5. Chris Seidenfaden drives a 4 as we take a look at it here. Put my page over. Chris Seidenfaden drives for Samson Motorsports. Now, Samson's been very dominant in the K&N series. So, you know, no surprise to see a Samson Motorsports driver up here. But there are, you know, you've got the K&N, you got the trucks, you've got the Xfinity, and you have the Cup Series for Extreme Motorsports. Each series is different in terms. Oh, Chris Seidenfaden going around. We have a big one up front. Yeah, we seen that live here on MaxSpeedTV, Logan. We caught that live.
Saw it coming, man. They've been getting hairy the last 3 or 4 laps.
Oh man, and I was just talking about Samson Motorsports and Chris Seidenfaden. As we are on the MaxSpeedTV replay here, we're going to take a look at what happened to that number 5. As he takes a spin, now it looks like the number 5 does go high. He's got to get air in those cars. We haven't talked about the heat, but we will do it. Looks like Chris does come low, and right here, the number 91, I believe that is Blair Patterson, right behind him. There might have been a little bit of contact, just enough to
Dave had a little bit of help.
Yeah, and you know that's where it comes down to the nitty gritty and you know the admins and stuff. You know, net code, we know about that, but the 91 and the 5, it looks like might be a little bit of contact there, and just enough to turn that number 5. The 91 going to get a piece of it. The 31 of Andrew Mraz also going to get in this as well. The defending champion getting a piece of it. The 94, the 36 dodges it, but I believe he might have gone down pit road. Of course, that won't affect him because he did go down pit road to dodge a wreck. But the 91 and the 5, we're going to go back over here on the 5 of Chris Seidenfaden. And, you know, hard hit to the 91 and to the inside wall. Chris going to get involved in that as well. Man.
And the 94 had nowhere to go, Josh.
The 94 of Scott Brooks.
Everything started bundling up around him, and man, he just had nowhere to go and got into the 31, the 5. Man, the 9 did a good job getting through that too there. Man, what a wreck.
Yeah, and you know, that happened at the front of the field, Logan. That happened at the front of the field. Yeah, you know, that could have been, it could have been worse than what it was, but it wasn't.
It just goes to show you what it means to these guys to lead laps.
But it's Daytona. You know, they're side by side. When things happen, when you're bumper to bumper or side by side, something happens right in front of you. What is your reaction time? Half a second? You can't do nothing.
I'm pretty sure it's just close your eyes and hold the wheel straight, Josh. Hope you make it through it.
You know, I've raced at Daytona. I have raced at Talladega. You know, I've raced at a lot of tracks on iRacing. And let me tell you, the most intense racing comes from super speedway racing because you're so close together. Brian Wasserman up front here tonight. Going to lead a lap here. Let's see if we can bring down Mr. Brian Wasserman from Maverick Motorsports. Brian Wasserman, Joshua in the booth. Got a copy.
I do. How y'all doing?
Well, Brian, man, it's been an eventful night. Daytona, 40-car field. You know, it's kind of expected. You know, anything can go here tonight. Started 13th here tonight, currently running first. Led a lap here, but, man, we're going to be coming to the halfway mark here momentarily, Brian. What is going through your mind here at the halfway mark?
I need a 4-leaf clover and a lucky rabbit's foot.
Well, it looks like you've been taking care of your car here in that Dosaki 77. It looks like you may have a little bit of damage. Is that affecting you at all?
You know, it didn't seem to affect me at all. I got clipped on one of those accidents in the right rear, and the pit crew did a good job getting it back together, and been running well ever since.
Well, Maverick Motorsports, Brian, got some teammates out there as well. Do you think you may? Oh, the 24, it looks like just blew up in front of you. So,
yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, oh, man, not good. We caught that live here as we're interviewing you. We seen that. But you got a fast car. You got teammates. Do you think you maybe have something for these guys out here tonight?
I do, yep. We put our heads together and run a clean race the rest of the way. You never know. Might wind up with a good 1-2 finish even.
All righty, Brian. Well, we're not going to keep you, bud. Good luck down there, man. And, hey, we're going to be at the halfway mark this time by, bud. Good luck.
Appreciate y'all in the booth. Have a good day.
You too. All right, Maverick Motorsports 2.0. Orlando Rivera, John Sterling, and Brian Wasserman. And I know we've got some more for Maverick. Doug Blackman and Brian Wasserman. Doug, unfortunately, not here tonight. Doug is our sponsor. So, Doug Blackman and Doug Design. So, of course, another shout-out to them as well for coming on board for the K&N Series. Logan, are you enjoying yourself here tonight?
I'm having a great time, sir. It has been exciting, interesting racing, to say the least.
Yes, sirree. Well, as we take a look at the Lipstrews here, Cody Lipstrew and Jarrett Lipstrew, 6th and 8th here, 6th and 9th, somewhere right in there. Now, their double file here going to be ready to go back green. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying your time here, Logan, because it is a whole different venue when you step in the booth and you call the race, as you can tell.
Oh, absolutely. It's one thing to get in the car, and it's another thing to see all the cars on the track, and you see one thing and then you see another, and you're just trying to take it all in and spit out what you're seeing, and it's fun. That's to say the least.
Yes, it is. Pace car going to dive off here momentarily. Brian Wasserman, Zach Willard, 1 and 2 here. We're going to be going back green flag racing, coming to lap 41. We're going to have 40 more laps remaining here. As the green flag is out, 40 more laps. Well, Logan, it's about time we do a little bit of crank it up here on MaxSpeedTV. What do you say?
Let's do it.
All righty, crank it up, Cam, here, guys. All right, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. Hopefully everybody enjoyed the Crank It Up cam there for a couple of laps here as I do it here on MaxSpeedTV. Brian Wasserman still up front running, leading 6 laps. Orlando Rivera in the 08. We've got a couple of packs going on here. We've got this front pack, and right back here, the number 10 of Rodrigo Loga is the last one on this pack. Christopher Van Score. We haven't mentioned Christopher much here tonight. Started 14th, currently running in 9th. Kind of in the middle here of the front of the first and second pack. He's what you would say kind of leading this second pack. He is in the draft of the front pack, and he is drafting and getting that second pack caught up to him, Logan.
Now, he started about 3rd or 4th in line in that second pack and did a good job getting up next to him on the outside, side drafted him, and got up in front. And now he's looking to pull not only himself, but that whole second pack back up to the front pack. He's doing a pretty good job of it right now.
Andrew Jump in the number 85, Jacob Bell, Ryan Swan, Douglas Carlson, Scott Brooks, Chris Seidenfaden in the number 5 is running back here in 15th, but Scott Brooks in that second pack. Oh, they're going to try to get around the number 71 of Jacob Shalafo, and they did a very good job. Jacob stayed low, and then they went high. So they did a very good job of getting around him, but we've seen it earlier, Logan, that anything can happen at any moment's time. Now we are over the halfway mark. We've got a fuel laps of 30 to 40 laps, roughly around in that area. I don't believe they can make it the rest of the way on fuel. If they can, it's going to be very, very, very close.
And it's going to be about, if you're going to try to make it without pitting, about, you know, taking turns with who you're running with, leading the pack, trying to save as much gas as you can as a group, or just as soon as your window opens up, if you're going to come down pit road, come down and get back out clean like we talked about earlier.
Yep, Garrett D. Grant currently the last driver on the lead lap. He's got the 87 of Zach Ogburn pushing him, trying to keep that 42 on the lead lap as they come up on the 44 of Jarrett Harmon. Jarrett Harmon currently 1 lap down. Samuel Richards 1 lap down. And I just seen Brian Wasserman hit 200. Orlando Rivera 202. 202 miles an hour up front. That 202 miles an hour in the K&N cars. We don't see that unless it's the Cup cars usually. Of course, the new package, of course, has changed that. But Logan, you remember the Cup cars before the new package, you were reaching 207, 208 in the Cup cars. 202 miles an hour in the K&N cars in the draft. Really?
That's wild. You know, it's one thing to have the horsepower, but these cars don't have the aerodynamics that the new cars have. And to get them up that fast, it takes a lot of diligence staying behind somebody in that draft, and to run up on them like that, it's got to go right before you get there.
Oh man, 202 miles an hour. Now I know the old, I know they have an old car or the old Cup car out there that doesn't have the restrictor plate. And talking about the Cup cars for a second, I know we're racing the K&N, but talking about the Cup cars for a second, going into the Cup, there's an old car here on iRacing that doesn't have the restrictor plate. And you can reach speeds, from what I've heard, of 210, 220 on a super speedway. That is like not even, I wouldn't even take the chance in real life going that fast.
What we're talking about is the 2013 car of tomorrow, where they took the wing off the back and put the spoiler on it. I've been so fast here at Daytona, you got a lift in the corners, man. The liquid driving mission is wild.
Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to talk about the Lipster boys for a moment. Jarrett Lipster up front here, currently running in second. Carter Lawson, Zach Wood, Jacob Lee, Cody Lipster up here as well. So we're really going to have to watch these Lipster boys because they've been, fighting for position. They're now running up front. They've been out here at about 14 laps. And the single file on the outside, Andrew Mraz, the defending champion, currently down now 2 laps. He just went his 2nd lap down. He has got his work cut out for him to get back on the lead lap. Jarrett Harmon currently still 1 lap down. Samuel Richards 1 lap down. These two. Oh, we do have a caution.
Where was it?
Andrew Jump in the number 85. Let's go back here on the MaxSpeedTV replay. Take a look at what happened to the 85 of Andrew Jump. Now he is coming up on the 94 of Scott Brooks. Not sure if it happened here or if it happened in front of him. However, right there, the 67. Let's find the 67 here. Ryan Swan. And the 86, it looks like make contact there. So let's find the 86 of Douglas Carlson here. Get a closer look, a little bit of a closer look here. And I don't have a very good angle, but right here is where the caution came out. There was, it looks like, some contact between the 86 and the 67. The 67 goes around. Go back to the 67 of Ryan Swan here for everybody. Goes around, comes back up into the 85 of Andrew Jump. Now that happened on the front stretch of the tri-oval here of Daytona. And that is where the caution will come out here. Oh, man. 2-car incident, and right there, that is going to put him in the window to more than likely make it to the end. But look who's running up front. Carter Lawson. You know, they haven't made their pit stops yet. You know, he's been out here at about 16 laps, Logan. So I imagine these guys are going to come down pit road.
I would imagine so too. They got to make sure that they hit their marks, don't speed, and don't go through their pit box.
Yeah, going through their pit box is not going to be, it's not key here because that is seconds. You know, you could lose a couple of positions just going through your pit box. So, you know, having to back up, going right, going left, whatever the case may be, it's key. Get in your pit box as safely as you can. So as we take a look at the front of pit road here, it looks like everybody is pretty much in the pit box here. The number 5 sliding into his pit stall. We go back up front here and go on to, it looks like Jarrett Lipster going to be the first one off of pit road, and his brother Cody going to be off of pit road second. So first and second go to Jarrett and Cody.
Looks like they went with a little strategy. Maybe didn't take any tires, just fuel only, whatever they can get to get to the end of the race. I know our leader coming in, the 23 of Carter Lawson, took 4 tires and a full tank of fuel.
All right, Carter Lawson currently running back here in third one off of pit road. Jacob Lee fourth. Jacob Bell. Hey, we got a battle of the Jacobs right here, 4th and 5th. Zach Willard in 6th, Orlando Rivera 7th, Brian Wasserman 8th, Rodrigo Loga 9th, and Gary Wells going to round out your top 10 here. So let's see. Man, I don't like talking to anybody on pit road. So let's see if we can talk to one of the Lipster boys. Let's see if I can find our leader here currently, Jarrett Lipster. Jarrett Lipster, Joshua Madlock in the MaxSpeedTV booth. Get a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, Jarrett, man, I know you're not going to give out any key factors here tonight, but you and your brother, Cody, running 1 and 2 here, bud. Talk about the runs y'all's having out here tonight. I mean, golly, you started 37th, man. You're running up front, bud.
Yeah, Cody and I had this planned all together. We were going to try to stick together the entire race and help each other out and see if we could get each other to victory lane tonight.
Well, you got your brother. He's going to be starting either on the outside or the inside of you, whichever. These restarts are key. What is going through your mind knowing that you're in the window of making it to the end on fuel roughly?
Just try to stay with my teammate.
All righty, Jarrett. Well, we'll let you get back to it, bud. We don't want to give out any key factors here tonight, man. We'll let you, concentrate, man. But you've taken care of your car. You've led a lap here tonight, bud. Good luck, Jarrett.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, let's see. They've been asking about him. I know we talked to him earlier, but we'll go ahead and well, there's Christopher Vanskoy there. All right, let's talk to Christopher Vanskoy from Downforce Motorsports here real quick. Christopher Vanskoy, Josh Booth, got a copy.
Yes, sir, I do.
Christopher, man, currently running 15th, started 14th, kind of where you started. A little bit of damage on that number 30 machine, man. I know you guys are going to get double file here, but talk about the racing. What's going through your mind coming, you know, really coming down? We're over the halfway mark. You guys could probably make it to the end, maybe. Talk about your racing, bud.
I feel like my car is really strong here. The Lockdown Motorsports, Downforce Motorsports car is really fast. Just need to make it to the end, and I feel like we can be there.
Well, you got some teammates out there, Chris, so are you trying to get hooked up with some teammates and maybe getting you working your way up front?
Of course I am.
Well, we won't go into detail about that on how it's going to happen, but, you know, good luck down there, bud. I mean, still plenty of laps left, 2.5 miles here at Daytona, man. Anything's possible. Good luck, Chris.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Not a problem. All right. Well, we're going to go back up front here, and we're going to let Logan get him going here.
All right. Well, it's been a very interesting race up to this point. It's been exciting for sure. Let's see what the last 24 laps have in store for us, Josh. What do you think?
Man, Daytona. That's all I can say. We're going to take a look at the caution count here tonight. 6 cautions for 19 laps, 25 laps to go, 15 lead changes here tonight. And we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty here, Logan. We're going to see some 3 wide, guaranteed.
Those 15 lead changes is going to be double at least by the time that we're finished with this. And here we go. Green flag's back out.
Green flag is back out. Jarrett Lipster up front. Here comes the 23 of Carter Lawson to the inside of the 96. Now, we know the 99 and the 96 going to get hooked up here. We know that. They're teammates. They're going to get hooked up. We're going to have to watch back here, though. The 21 of Jacob Lee. The number 9 of Zach Willard. They're all running right here together. This front pack has caught each other. Now, we haven't talked much about the temperatures in these cars here tonight, Logan. So now would be the time to do so. Getting air into those cars when you're in the draft is a key point, because you can definitely blow the engine quick.
Yes, you can. It's hard because you can hook somebody, but you almost want to stay pushing them and just get the grill open enough to get air into the radiator to keep the engine cool. I mean, it's either that or duck in and out, which is also a recipe for disaster.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Carter Lawson on the high side. The 77 of Brian Wasserman back out there up front. Started 13th, running currently 5th. Has led 6 laps here. He is pushing the 23, the 08 of Orlando Rivera, also on the high side. We take a look at the low side here. Jarrett Lipster, Cody Lipster. These 2 are newcomers here, and they're really showing these guys up. You know, they're really saying, hey, us Lipster boys, we have a right to be here too. And right now, they're running strong. The 21 of Jacob Lee on that low side. The number 9, Zach Willard. The number 76 of Jacob Bell. The 11 of Gary Wells on that high side. The number 10 of Rodrigo Loga on that low side. And the 86 of Douglas Carlson, kind of trying to figure out what line he wants to be in. The low line or the high line. I would go, if I was a driver, and I know I'm not a driver, but if I was a driver, I would go where the most cars are. And in this case, that would be really, at this point right now as we're talking about it, it's a give and take, high side or low side, because they're dead even.
They weren't for a while. The top 3 were getting all nice and warmed up and started to run, and that kind of broke down coming down the back stretch. Everyone said, hey, they're starting to move again. Let's go ahead and jump up there and see what they got.
Yeah, and right now it's, right now we're on the number 5 of Chris Seidenfaden, who started outside pole here in second. He is coming up on the 86 of Douglas Carlson. And we're going to be at 20 to go here, folks. 20 to go. 20 to go as it just switched. Laps are starting to wind down here at this 2.5-mile Daytona International Super Speedway. We're going to go back here to Mason Kane in the number 79, followed by the 94 of Scott Brooks. Christopher Vanscoy and company. Christopher has a lot of drivers behind him. There is plenty of laps left to go. If these guys was to say, all right, let's get single file, these guys could catch that front pack in no time.
Yeah, if they stay too wide up there and these 4, 5, 6 cars get in a straight line and work together, they could catch the two in front of them. And with all that horsepower, I mean, you can make up ground quickly.
All right. Well, Brian Wasserman currently running in the 6th, 7th position, 8th position now as he goes back to 8th. Now going down through the drivers for each team here in the K&N Series. Now this is just the K&N Series. Garrett Grant, Chris Seidenfaden for Sampson, Andrew Moraz, Timothy Zayas for Downforce. Primetime, Garrett Heath, Edmore Sr. Performance, Andrew Jump, Douglas Carlson. Douglas Carlson currently running right now in 9th. Jeff Glockner and Cole Kidder for Performance. And Doug Blackman and Brian Wasserman for Maverick. Now, we know Doug is, like I said, on vacation and not here tonight. But Brian Wasserman, though, for Maverick Motorsports, I mean, he's showing that right now he's where he needs to be. You know, 18 to go, currently sitting right here in 7th. Something happens in front of Brian. Oh, the number 10.
Oh, man,
and
working around a lap car going through 1 and 2 that really jumbled up the front pack, and I think everybody was just trying to get back in line. And sometimes somebody thinks there's room and there's not, and there's nothing you can do.
Rodrigo Loga, my pick here tonight. Rodrigo Loga involved in that as well. Now the 86 and the 10 go side by side here as the number 11 of Gary Wells. Oh, the 11 of Gary Wells making contact, it looks like, with that number 10.
And the 5 just got up in it.
Just the slightest of contact, though. And, you know, we're going to go on a chase view here and kind of turn it here for everybody. Just the slightest bit of contact, and that's all it takes going that fast. That might have been a little bit of net code. However, I'm not an admin, so I'll let them, you know, kind of distinguish that. But even the slightest bit of contact, that's going to send a driver around. And in this case, going to be the number 10 of Rodrigo Loga and the number 5 of Chris Seidenfaden. As you was talking about that, of course, involved in that as well. Heavy damage as well to the number 5 and to the number 10 of Rodrigo Loga.
Well, Josh, if they couldn't make it on fuel before, I think they can now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they can now. And it looks like we do have some people that has came down pit road. Looks like Samuel Richards, Jarrett Lipstruer, Cody Lipstruer. We have a couple of drivers coming down pit road. Looks like the top 11 did not come down pit road. Ryan Swan being the last driver that did not come down. So, different strategies, Logan.
Yeah, it looks like we only had about 5 takers coming down pit road right there, topping off on fuel. I personally wouldn't want to get stuck back behind everybody again, being from up front, but we'll see how it works out for the Lipstrewers and the other 3 that came down pit road as well.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to drag the number 67 up here real quick. Ryan Swan, Joshua in the booth, got a copy.
Oh, man. What's up, man?
Oh, man. Yeah, you sound shocked there, bud.
Yeah, I've been back here riding for a little while.
Well, Ryan, we're going to talk about that riding here. It looks like you do have a little bit of damage, but now you're currently running in the top 10 and 10th. Now, behind you, a couple of drivers have pitted. You have elected, it looks like, not to pit. Now, I know different strategies play out, but, 16 to go. What is going through your mind knowing that it's going to come down probably to either 4 wide at the end for regulation, or maybe a couple of green white checkers, man. Talk about your racing.
Yeah, we're being a little aggressive out here, staying out and doing what we got to do. So I think there's 3 of us in the top 10. We're just going to try to steal us one. I'm pretty sure all of us have damage, so we're gonna try to steal one here.
Well, you got some teammates, right?
Yep.
That's all that matters, right?
Yep, we're still here.
Well, all right, Ryan. Well, we will let you get back to it, bud. We.
All right, appreciate it.
Yep. We don't want to keep you. Oh, my iRacing kind of blinked out there. So, yeah, that was a little strange, though. We don't want to keep you, Ryan. We're going to let you get back to it. Jacob R. Racing, man, good luck.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right. That was strange.
Well, it looks like this time we might get to 1 to go before we go back green. We'll have a look-see here as the pace car comes across the start-finish line.
Yeah, man, I want to get another interview here, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
Lights just went out on the pace car.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to, but hey, it's going to get wild here, Logan.
It's been fun so far, man. I hope it's just as fun till the end, because it has been entertaining to watch.
All right, Zach Willard up front. Carter Lawson in the 23. Man, I still can't fathom the damage that 23 has. It's not affecting him. We're looking at it right here live on MaxSpeedTV. That right rear where the spoiler is, I mean, it's crunched in. And look where that number 23 is. Good Lord!
If you don't look at it, don't acknowledge it, and just keep going about your business, man. Weird things happen.
I mean, it's not affecting him. I mean, he has stated that without anybody pushing him or in the draft, he can still pick up positions. You know that he's hooked up. He's figured it out. That is insane.
Doing a very good job here tonight, for sure.
Oh, man. All right, Zach Willard in the 9, the 23 on the outside. Pace car is going to dive off. Logan, get him going.
Got the 77 behind the 23. The pace car is off. We're ready. There we go. The green flag's back out.
All righty, here we go, folks. Coming to lap 68. We're going to be at 13 to go. Man, it's
a jump on the restart there. The 23 probably would have wanted, but he's coming back now on the top side.
Brian Wasserman trying to figure out if he's got enough room to dive it low. No, he does not. He is going to come up on the 23 of Carter Lawson. The number 9 of Zach Willard has the 76 of Jacob Bell right behind him. The 08 of Orlando Rivera running up front, started 10th. The number 94, Scott Brooks, started in that 6th position, currently running 6th, still in the draft. He has the 30 of Christopher Van Scoy, who we talked to earlier, started 14th, currently running 7th. Ryan Swan, who we just talked to, started 31st, and he's running 8th. What an awesome run that number 67 is having as well. Jarrett Harmon in the 44, started 17th, currently running in 9th. He's got company behind him, the number 99 of Jarrett Lipster. Oh, blinked out right in front of Jarrett. Now, that's what we see. Jarrett might not have seen that, but Jarrett Lipster, he has got the 96 Cody right behind him. The 21 of Jacob Lee. Mason Kane in the 79 on the outside, and the 86 of Douglas Carlson, all right here together. We'll go back here into the field a little ways. A second group starting with the 15 of Samuel Richards. Now we're going to see a second group. They know how wild it can get coming to old 10 to go.
Oh, they're trying up front, man. The 77 basically pushed the 23 to the front and then pushed the leader back out in front again. The 9 is Zach Willard. Everybody's using here. It looks like he's got his chance now on the outside of the 9.
As they're out, as that 77 of Brian Wasserman is to the outside. Now, is there going to be a third lane? Is the third lane going to open up here? Or Brian Wasserman going to take the lead for a moment? Orlando Rivera, look at that move!
What a move, Josh. We'll see if that third lane opens up. Oh, we got a wreck. 1, 2, 3 cars collected in it.
Oh, we have a wreck. Let's take a look. Looks like Jacob Bell involved in that. All right, let's go back here and take a look at it on the MaxSpeedTV replay here. And kind of see, and this happened up in that front pack.
That one collected the 96 of Cody Lipster, so brother. It got Brian Swan and also collected the 76 of Jacob Bell.
Oh, right here, yeah, the 76 and the 30 make contact. That sent the 30, the 30 of Christopher Van Scoy right up into the number 96. Yeah, oh, man.
He had nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. You got that right. Oh, man.
Collected in it too. It looks like he may have gotten clipped by the rear end just a hair, and he managed to save it and keep from hitting the wall himself.
Oh, man. Well, Jarrett Lipster in the 99, it doesn't look like he has any damage. Cody Lipster might have scathed that one, because I'm taking a look here, and I know he's got some damage. You know, I can see it here. I don't know how bad it is, but, you know, the 96 does have some front damage. We'll just have to see how bad it is going forward.
Yeah, he got up on the wall, Josh. You know, any vehicle, second you get up on the wall, it can bend an axle, move it, anything. So we'll see what he's got here when we come and take the restart.
All right, well, we'll see who comes down pit road. It looks like Cody in the 96 is going to elect to come down pit road. So Orlando Rivera in the 08 up front, started 10th, currently running in first, has led 3 laps here. It's going to come down to the wire. 8 to go. We'll probably have about 6 to go when they get the green flag. So still in the window of a green-white checker.
Yeah, it looked like our only other taker down pit road was the 30 of Christopher Van Scoy. Maybe he's coming down to get some damage fixed, or maybe he's coming in to get some fresh tires and see if he can make any moves up towards the front.
Well, let's see who we can maybe grab a hold of. Now, let's go ahead and talk to this. We talked to him earlier. Man, I don't know. There's a lot of drivers that have taken the car behind the wall. And I know Jeremy Horn is still out here. Let's talk to the 78 of Jeremy Horn. Now, I know he's not having the race that he wanted here tonight. But it is Daytona, so we'll talk to Jeremy. Jeremy Horn, Josh from Madlock in the booth. Got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Well, Jeremy, not the race you wanted, but it is Daytona, man. A full field, 40-plus drivers out here tonight, man. Talk about your racing, though, going forward. You got Dover next week, man. Talk about it.
Well, I'm excited to get out of here. I was excited to get here, and it went south real quick. So as soon as we can get this over with, the better.
Well, Primetime Motorsports is up a spot, in the total team point standings into third with 12.52, 32 points behind Performance. What does that mean to you, knowing that Performance is still running in the top three?
Well, not much right now. Being a point of the season it is, there's a lot of things that can change. We were a little farther in the year. Could mean a little bit different to me, but right now we're just trying to put the best foot forward and try to get as many points as we can.
All right, Jeremy. Well, to the best of luck to you. This is, one of those races. It's, coming down to 4 to go, in the season, or in the regular season, not in the chase. So it's not over, but next week, Dover. Talk about Dover real quick.
Well, it's high banking. I haven't done much testing there yet, but I imagine it's going to be very fast and grippy.
All right, Jeremy. Well, we'll let you get back to it, bud. Good luck down there, man.
Thank you.
All right. Well, Primetime Motorsports. Man. Well, we know all right, Chris Seidenfaden still sitting on pit road. Garrett Grant. All right, Garrett Grant currently running back here in if we get a hold of Garrett Grant here real quick. Garrett Grant got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Garrett Grant, I know y'all's going to get the one to go here, bud, but currently first in points as a single car driver for the championship. But, the team, Samson Motorsports has been on cue here. But, man, talk about the racing here tonight. Daytona, 40 cars, full field. Talk about your racing and the team racing here tonight.
Man, it's been wild. Me and my teammate Chris kind of got separated there. He qualified up front, I qualified in the back, and I thought he was going to come back here. But it turns out it was safer up there because I've been pretty much caught up in dang near everything. I got arc braked a couple of times and tore me up pretty good here, but I came down and got my last bit of repairs here, and I was keeping up with them pretty good last time, so we'll see what I can salvage out here, that's for sure.
But is the damage affecting you any at all?
Oh, yes. Yes, it is major. I was struggling to keep the draft there for a minute, but hopefully I can keep up with him here.
All right, Garrett. Well, good luck down there, bud. It looks like you're going to restart here in 15th, started 30th, so up 15 spots, man. Good luck down there, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Well, as we go back up front here, Orlando Rivera on the outside, Zach Willard on the inside here. We're going to be at 5 to go when they cross the stripe here. And, of course, we'll be in the window of the green-white checkered. If a caution comes out before the leader takes the white flag, we'll do it all over again.
Yeah, we will re-rack them.
All right, pace car's off the way on the leader. Orlando Rivera on the loud pedal. Good start by the top 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way back to... Oh, Orlando Rivera, no!
He got straight, and it looks like he's going to keep going, Josh.
As we go back on the MaxSpeedTV replay, no caution. So we're going to take a look at what happened to Orlando Rivera. That might have been some tire spin there. Orlando is on the loud pedal, trying to get up to speed. There might have been some contact between the 9. Yes, there was contact between the 9 and the 08. As we go back up live here, no caution.
77's trying to power third around the 23 and the 9 by himself. I don't know how well it's going to work out for him, Josh.
Ryan Washman on the outside alone. 4 to go.
It is lonely when you're outside by yourself.
Well, that side draft, though, can Brian get enough of that side draft? He's by himself. He needs about 9 cars behind him.
Second pack is starting to catch up to the front 5. See if anyone has any takers and they jump out on the outside with him. He's got a new car. Get up there.
Gary Wells, the 88 of Garrett Heath running. 3 to go. Zach Willard in the 9 up front. He's got that 23 of Carter Lawson behind him. That damage is not affecting that 23. Oh, caution! Where'd that caution come from?
I didn't see it where it had to have been.
Donnie Lee? All right, well, let's go here and take a look and see what happened to Donnie Lee. Donnie Lee was running here with the 88. Oh, 3 wide. Boy, they split the gap there. Jeez. Donnie Lee running right. Oh, with the 57. There's contact made between the 36 and the 57. And, you know, we just got done talking to him. The 42, he does, it looks like squeaked by there. But the 57, and let me see if I can find the 57 of Dawson Miller involved in that as well. Dawson's going to go high up into the wall as well as the 36. That is going to cause the caution to come out. And guess what? We're going to be under a green-white checkered here at Daytona.
It will be our first of, I believe, 4 attempts at a green-white checkered as well, Josh.
Yep. GWC #1 here because the leader did not take the white flag. So we are going to be under that green-white checkered.
What a race, Josh. It has been entertaining from start to finish, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it really has. All right, well, we are up front here with Zach Willard. Now, I don't... We'd looked for Zach earlier, and I didn't see. Zach Willard for prime time. So let's talk with Zach. Zach Willard, Joshua in the booth, got a copy, bud?
I've got a copy.
Well, Zach, man, you're running up front. Started 3rd here tonight, bud. You've led 15 laps. we're going to be under the first green white checkered here tonight, man, and it's, you know, down to the wire here. Anything can happen, bud. You got that fast 23 of Carter Lawson behind you. And talk about the overall racing for you. And, you know, to get this win here tonight, what would it mean for you?
Well, Carter Lawson, he's going to be quick. It's going to, you know, he's going to put up a big fight. And, you know, a win would be nice. I'm really just hoping for a clean top 5 finish. But, you know, a win would actually make it really cool and help me, you know, try to land a spot on a team somewhere.
And, you know, that for Extreme, that's, you know, getting in a team. That's, you know, one of those things that you've got to, you know, you got to look forward to. I noticed that you were down there in prime time, so I kind of figured that's kind of where you was. Are you with prime time?
I am not. They ought let me come in there just so I can help them out tonight. Kind of teamwork. We're all friends, so.
All right. Well, that kind of opens the door up, maybe, right?
I hope so. I hope they. Hopefully, I can get someone behind me from that team to help me secure this victory here.
All right, Zach. We're running up front here. Green, white, checkered here, coming up momentarily, bud. Good luck down there, man.
Thank you so much.
Uh-huh. All right, a lot of drivers for prime time. All right, well, we're going to be getting ready to go here for the first green, white, checkered.
Man, if you think it's been exciting up to this point, we're probably about to reach down and grab the knob and down, grab the knob, and turn it up to about 10. What we got going on here, we're probably going to come down and grab the 1 to go, get our first of 4 green, white, checkered attempts started. Now, if they don't make it back to the start-finish line, and there is a caution, they will rack them up and do it again. But if the leader takes the white flag, and there is a caution, that will be the end of the race. They won't race back to the start-finish line. It'll be the end of the race right then and there. Looks like we've got Zach Willard up in first, Carter Lawson in 23 in second, taking the outside. Scott Brooks in third, Brian Wasser in the strong 77 in fourth, Jacob Lee in fifth, Jarrett Lipstruer in sixth, Mason Kane seventh, Douglas Carlson 8th, Ryan Swan 9th, Jarrett Harmon running off the top 10.
All righty.
We're about half a lap away now from starting our first green, white, checker. I've really enjoyed being in the booth calling the race with Josh. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream, enjoyed the race. It's been an exciting one for all of 82 laps so far. More to come. Coming out of turn 4 here, the pace car will pull off, and the leader will have control of the field as all 4 tires go below the yellow lines off the racing surface. We'll see what kind of jump the 9 gets on the 23, and if the 23 has any help behind him. Pace car is off. Green, green, green. Green flag's back out. Really good start from the 9. See what the 77's got behind him.
All right, here we go. Oh, man. First green, white, checker, Logan. It's going to be interesting.
Man, the 23 is pushing the daylights out of the 9 through 1 and 2, Josh. 77's trying the best he's got on the outside, getting some side draft. Starting to get a little bit of a run here.
Yes, he is. Oh, we have a wreck. And the caution is out. We'll do it again.
Oh, man. 2 cars tumbling down into turn 3.
Oh, man. Well, we're going to go take a look at it here as I get prepared for the green-white checkered number 2. Brian Walshman in the 77 on the outside here. You know, green-white checkered, you got to do what you can. 94, the 99, there on that inside. And you can see the 77, the 94, and the 99 there kind of going back and forth, trying to get the side draft off of one another. Right up here is where the contact was made between the 23 and the 77, and that is what, the 9 also involved in that. It looks like the 9 might have been involved.
And
the 9,
44.
the 23, the 77.
44 had nowhere to go, and he drove over the rear of the 9 and went through the air, and then another one came and hit, looks like 76 hits the 23 and sends him for a ride as well, Josh.
Oh, man, the 44, we're going to be on Jared Harmon here as he comes right up on the number 9, and he just goes airborne. The 23 also goes for a ride. The 23 of Carter Lawson. Carter having an excellent race. You know, even with the damage that he had. I'm going to go right along here with Mr. Lawson here. You know, he was kind of in the middle here of this wreck. So we're going to go cockpit here with Carter. We're going to see exactly right here in a cockpit view. He's got the 9 in front of him. And right there is where it all initiated. And everything happened so quickly. Carter just goes for a tumble as well. And he wasn't the only one that went for a tumble. But he does take his car behind the wall. So we will get it set and to get going again here for the second green-white checkered here. The Doug Design Can-Am Pro Series for Extreme Motorsports 99.com. Daytona Night Race, race number 6. Presented by MaxSpeedTV. On the mic here tonight, myself, Joshua Medlock, alongside Logan Keiss. Logan, glad to have you, man.
I'm glad to be here, man. It's been a really exciting race to watch and help call with you.
Man.
I can't wait to see. I'm sure we're going to turn the knob even further and make it even more exciting here coming to our second green-white checkered, man.
Well, we're down, you know, if we take a look at the drivers on the lead lap here. The top 15, now Jarrett Harmon is sitting on pit road. The number 9 of Zach Willard, who was running up front, heavy damage. He's currently running back here in 14th. He is on the lead lap. Jared Harmon on pit road in the 44. He is going to be probably end up going a lap down. If not, he will be in the back of the field. But that's going to give the lead up to Scott Brooks in the 94. The 99 of Jarrett Lipster, Jacob Lee in the 21, 1, 2, 3.
You know, I'm having a look at the cars that are left on the track, and there only seems to be maybe 1 or 2 cars left that are pretty clean and don't really have any damage. That looks to be the 21 of Jacob Lee and the 79 of Mason Kane have done a really good job of keeping their cars clean tonight.
21, yeah, the 21 of Jacob Lee currently running in third. And you did say the 79 of Mason Kane. Now, Mason Kane currently running in fifth. Well,
it looks like he has just a little bit of front end damage, not much that I think would really affect him. I would look for those two to maybe try to get together and run by everybody else here on the finish and see what happens.
Well, you know, Logan, we've seen Carter Lawson, and I know we've talked about him earlier. You know, even with the damage that Carter had, you know, how well he was still, you know, able to keep up with the cars in front of him and getting the side draft off the car beside him, even with the damage he had. So we don't know, you know, and I know you know this, we don't know if it's affecting him any down there. You know, we may see the damage, but we don't know if it's affecting them in the long run or in the short run. We don't know that.
Right. That's because these cars punch such a big hole in the air. You can pick up draft from as far as half a second to 0.6 of a second behind the car in front of you if you're behind a pack.
All right. Well, we are double foul here for the second green-white checkered attempt here. Scott Brooks up front. Now, Scott Brooks currently not in the top 12 in the points. However, wherever Scott is sitting at right now, that will definitely help out Scott. He can pull away the win here tonight.
Don't count out Lipstruer here sitting in second place. Jarrett Lipstruer on that 99 as well.
All right, well, we're going to be going green flag racing. Pace car going to dive off here. And we are going to be going with Scott Brooks on the inside. And he is on the green, he is on the loud pedal before the green flag is out. The number 99 of Jarrett Lipstruer on that outside. He's got the 86 of Douglas Carlson behind him. The 21 of Jacob Lee behind the number 94. Oh, man, what is it going to take for Jarrett Lipstruer as everybody drops it down low?
Oh, they're 3 wide in the back here. Oh, man, I don't know how they made it through. They were 3 wide coming through 1 and 2.
Oh, man. I know.
Still up front out by himself. Can't get any help on the outside. He got a good restart, but he's falling back. Looks like he's in about 4th now.
At about 3rd, 4th position as we are going to be coming to take the white flag here. Scott Brooks up front with the number 21 of Jacob Lee behind him. White flag is out. So
When's the right time to make the move? We don't know. Is it coming out of 2? Is it coming out of 4? Is it down the back stretch? We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, we're going to have to watch the 21, the 86, the 67, and, of course, the 99 of Jarrett. We can't count him out.
Trying to make some moves, Josh. He's coming up on the outside by himself. I don't know if he's got enough time.
Is there enough room here? The 21 of Jacob Lee getting some air. We're going to go 2 wide here. The 86 going to give that. Oh, we're wrecking. The 21 is going to win it here tonight. Jacob Lee, what a finish. Ryan Swan is going to finish 2nd. And Scott Brooks going to be tumbling and going to finish 3rd here tonight. We're going to go back here and take a look at this amazing finish here. We're going to be on the number 94 of Scott Brooks.
I think he finished 3rd, about 3 stories in the air, Josh.
Oh my gosh, Scott Brooks finishing 3rd. And we're gonna take a look at it here because it was very, very close as we see the 94 and the 86 there make contact. The 21 goes around, goes around. The 86 goes up in the air. The 94 slides across the line on the track. So, he is going to finish in third here tonight. What a finish. But the winner here tonight is going to be the number 21 of Jacob Lee. What a finish that was. All righty,
With
folks.
a clean car, too, huh?
And it looks like he's got one incident point.
What a race.
That was amazing. All righty, folks, give us just a few moments. We'll get the top three down here for an interview. Don't go anywhere. The MaxSpeedTV post-race show coming up right after these messages. Alrighty, guys, back live here on MaxSpeedTV. I had to look there. Well, congratulations, of course, goes to third place here tonight. Scott Brooks for finishing in a third. We're going to start here with second place here tonight. Ryan Swan. I moved him up in the wrong room. There we go. Ryan Swan, do you got a copy here, bud?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
Ryan, man, Daytona, 40-plus car field here tonight, man. Talk about your racing overall here tonight and what it took to get that 67 into second.
Oh, man. A couple wrecks I got involved in, and at one point I was looking up at the sky because I hit one of them bumps down the back straightaway. I'm sure that was my race right there, but yeah, I mean, I just raced with some damage the whole time and somehow ended up in second. I had to use my bumper a little bit, but I had enough of it with the other guys that, used it at a certain point of the race that I wasn't too happy with, so he got his.
Oh, man. Well, Daytona, we talk about it week in and week out. It's one of those racetracks, Ron, that it's anybody's race. Teams play a factor here. Find somebody to hook up with plays a factor here. What was the key factors here for you tonight?
Oh man, the key factors for me really was to be a team player, and the other guys fell out, and it was just down to me and Mason really, and I just had to go for it, and we just wanted to steal a win today and get that first win for our team, and yeah, I mean we came up a spot short, but the effort's there and the speed's there, so maybe we'll try again tomorrow.
Well, Ryan, of course, we got the truck series tomorrow, but, next week in the K&N series, we go to the mile track of Dover. Talk about Dover here real quick.
I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of our first not super speedway track. You don't have that much speed there. It's kind of a shorter track, and I'm looking forward to it. Maybe there's going to be a couple lanes, maybe three lanes, but I don't want that wall to bite me, so it's called the Monster Mile for a reason.
Yeah, the Monster Mile, too tough to tame, whatever you want to call it. Ryan, you started 31st. What does it mean to you to come from the back of the field into second place, with the way the track was here tonight?
I mean, I knew that race was going to be a dumpster fire to begin with the newer guys to iRacing, and we just decided to start in the back and work our way up, and then we made it through most of the wrecks, but got involved in a couple, but yeah, like I said, there was a couple of us up there still, and we just worked our way through and got to second.
Well, you did have some damage there on that right rear, but, you managed to somehow finish in second. Amazing race here, Ryan. Congratulations on second place here tonight, but thought shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate?
Oh, yeah. JBR, my team, we rolled up with 6 cars, 5 Lodge Box cars, and a Laugh Lap car, so shout-out to them. Gen 3 Performance Imaging. And, yeah, so we'll go give them what they want next week and see y'all tomorrow night, I reckon.
Yeah, well, we'll be here, same place, same time, MaxSpeedTV, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Ryan, go celebrate second here tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, bud.
Appreciate it.
All right, well, third place is here, so we'll go ahead and get him up here. Scott Brooks, do you got a copy here, bud?
I do.
Scott, man, started 6th. You managed to, I don't know how you did it, bud. You slid across the start-finish line to finish in third. Man, talk about the overall racing and just that last lap there. That was amazing.
Yeah, I think I was channeling my inner Ricky Bobby there, kind of rolling backwards up into the catch fence. I was saying just to Jacob there, and I was congratulating him that if you'd offered me, a top 5, I would have taken it, because I had some struggles early on in the race. Got turned and then kind of got back up through pit strategy, but I was totally out of tires, so I'll take third any day.
Daytona, and I've mentioned it time and time again. I know the people are out there, tired of me repeating myself, but super speedway racing is a whole different style of racing when it comes to racing. You got your 1.5 miles, your short tracks, and then your road course, and then your super speedways. it's anybody's race at a super speedway. So what was it like down there racing it side by side, bumper to bumper with these guys down here for 80 laps?
Well, it wasn't so bad in the beginning, to be honest. Everyone was kind of given a little bit of space and everything was okay, but I think we kind of all lost our minds with like 15 to go and everyone was bumping everyone and my heart was going. It's almost like I was in a real car or something. My heart rate was way up and I'm kind of like, "Oh my gosh, just don't turn me. I just want to get a good finish."
Well, you did get a good finish. Third place, started sixth, qualified really well. It's hard fought racing. Now, the track temp didn't play the factor here tonight because it was a night race, but throw it into perspective here, Scott. If it was a day race and the track temp was, let's say, 105 degrees, do you think that would have played a factor in the race with people being more precautious about what moves they're trying to make?
I don't know if they would have been more cautious. I think the track would have been slicker for sure, and we would have probably had maybe more yellows or less cars in the race near the end, and that might have thinned the field out a little bit. But I would imagine we would have been just as aggressive in the daytime.
All right, Scott. Well, hey, man, congratulations on third here tonight, bud. Hard fought racing and, an awesome finish there. Doing that little spinaroonie there across the start-finish line. Thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate?
Yeah, spinning with style for sure. So I definitely want to thank Rick and everyone at Extreme Motorsports for everything they do. Doug by Design, Rick Motec, and all the other sponsors that are on the series. Really appreciate everything everyone does so that we can make this happen, and appreciate you guys too.
All right, Scott. Well, are we going to see you tomorrow for the trucks?
I don't know. I think I took the summer off for the trucks, so probably not. Maybe I'll come back to that in the winter.
All right, Scott. Well, if we don't see you tomorrow night, we will definitely see you next week for Dover. Your thoughts real quick on Dover.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. It's very different from this track. So one of those ones where I'm just going to want to kind of take it easy in the beginning and make a big move if I can near the end.
All righty, Scott. Well, let's get to it, man. Good luck, and we will see you next week at Dover, bud.
Thanks.
All right, well, that is going to bring us to our winner here tonight at Daytona. Jacob Lee, do you have a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Jacob, man, congratulations on your win. First and foremost, you led 3 laps. That's all you led.
That's all you need here. That's all you need.
That's all you need. Well, you started 22nd, kind of the mid-pack here tonight. But, the racing here tonight, 40 cars. You had 3 admins, so, you don't count those 3. 40 cars, a full field out here tonight to start Daytona. The 5th race of the season. Now we're down to 4. But going back, 5th race of the season, halfway mark, it's one of those races that is a give and take. What was going through your mind coming into tonight?
The big thing going through this, first, I messed it up in qualifying. I should have qualified closer up front, but I messed that up. But, starting middle of the pack kind of worked out as well. So my thought process coming into this is definitely work with the team. You gotta work with our teammates and avoid the wrecks. I mean, we knew coming in there was going to be wrecks. And so the main thing was to try to get out of those, stay away from them as much as you could. I had a couple close calls there. I was able to squeak by, which helped me out there at the end. I mean, it came out with a squeaky clean car for sure.
Well, a big field at Daytona, night race. Everybody's, taking the chance of it not being slick, because we know day racing, if you have a track temp of 105, totally different from 70 degrees, People take chances. And of course, tonight being a night race, those chances were there. Do you think that kind of played in a factor in as it being a night race?
So it could. You're going to take your chances there at the end, probably two cautions before the green-white checker. When everybody stayed out, I went in and took 2 right sides and went ahead and filled up for fuel, counting on a green-white checker. which helped me out because I had the fresher tires, so I was able to pass a whole bunch of cars on the outside to get me up front. So those green-white checkers helped me played in my court for sure, and I was able to stick up front there with them guys. And of course, right there at the end, coming out of 3, I knew that was my only chance. I saw the guys bunched up behind me, but they were back just a little bit, so that gave me the confidence I needed to go high there coming out of 4. And that was the only shot I had, man. And I was hoping it stuck, and it sure did. So,
Well, you know, Daytona racing is one of those things. It's anybody's race. Anybody's. Anybody could have won it. You know, I know Logan helped me tonight. Of course, a big shout out to Logan for helping him, but Logan has been there, Jacob, and I know you've been there probably too in your iRacing career. At a super speedway, it doesn't matter how many laps down you are, say, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 laps. If those cautions come out, you have a chance to win. So what was going through your mind knowing that, there were some guys that were a lap down, they still had that chance?
Yeah, that's always passing to your mind. So, as cautions come out, you kind of like that because it helps you out too. But then you also start thinking about, well, wait a minute, there's a couple of drivers in there that are pretty darn quick. And if there's too many of these cautions, they're going to get their laps back and they're going to be right up here with me racing. So that does go across the back of your mind. But, at the end of the night, my job is to, keep it floored down, do my best to stay out of the accidents and get to the front as quick as possible and try to stay up there, work with the teammates for sure. Unfortunately, my teammates got caught up in some accidents early on, which, left me up front by myself, but they were talking me through it, and they did a fantastic job.
Well, we're going to go back to the battles here. I know we're keeping you here for longer than normal, but Carter Lawson, the number 23, finished tonight in 22nd, but he still had damage, and it wasn't affecting him any. He was up there running with you guys. And you've seen that. You were up there, Jacob. You know that. What was it like knowing that somebody had damage, but it wasn't affecting him? He was up there running for the win.
Yeah, it shocked me. There was a couple cars up there, and as I was racing beside, and I'm cleaning, there's not a scratch on my car, and I'm sitting there watching these guys, and I'm like, that guy smashed up. Well, that guy smashed up. That guy, how are they up here? And I mean, that's how Daytona is, and you don't have to have the perfect car. It just proves it. And they come up front like that, and they can run up front and stay up front as long as you have some help. Anything's possible. Like you said, it's Daytona. Anybody could have won this race. You could start dead last and win this one. I started 22nd and got first. I mean, look at Ryan. He started 31st, come out second. So anything's possible at Daytona. You just got to stick in it, try to stay away from the wrecks if possible, and you never know what the end's going to look like.
Oh, man, it is crazy. All right, one more question for you. Dover, the Monster Mile, too tough to tame next week, bud. What do you think about Dover?
I'm excited for Dover. It's a fun track. It's gonna be a pretty quick track. I know my team is ready to go, and we're gonna bring the best car that we possibly can. We're gonna get out there, and we're gonna take it on with everything we got.
All right, Jacob. Well, congratulations on your victory here tonight. Gonna definitely help you in the points coming into the race here tonight. You were tied with Andrew Jump at 157 points. So this is definitely going to help you here tonight. Thoughts, shout-outs you want to give before you go celebrate, get ready for Dover?
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank my team, Downforce Motorsports. I also want to thank SimSpeedShop.com, Norton Graphics, Next Level Racing, Ford Entertainment Group, Sim Graphics, 26 Promotions, and first, I just can't thank ExtremeMotorsports99.com enough, and thank you guys for what you do in the broadcast booth. Incredible job what you guys do here, and just an incredible league that Extreme puts on. And very thankful for this opportunity to come on board with Downforce Motorsports. I think I've proved that we can make this work, and I know they're super excited as well, and I look forward to Dover.
All right, Jacob, we will see you next week at Dover, bud. Go celebrate tonight and get ready for the Monster Mile.
I sure will. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Well, Logan, that's going to do it here for the top 3. Let's get down on the final results here, depending any, of course, admin stuff that they have to do. Of course, we won't know about that until, next week. But tonight, Jacob Lee grabbing the win here at Daytona. Congratulations to Jacob. Man, what an awesome finish it was. Ryan Swan going to finish in second place here tonight. Scott Brooks in third. Douglas Carlson in fourth. Jarrett Lipster. Jarrett, one of the brothers of the Lipster, running up front. Unfortunately caught up in an incident, but yet going to grab a top 5 here tonight in fifth for that number 99. Mason Kane going to finish in sixth. Gary Wells in seventh. James Coy in eighth. Blair Patterson ninth. And Garrett Heath going to round out the top 10.
Cody Lipster finishes in 11th with some damage. He caught up. Orlando Rivera finishes in 12th. 13th, Jacob Bell. 14th, Zach Willard. 15th, Brian Wasserman. Donnie Lee finishes 16th. Samuel Richards 17th. Vervanskoy finishes 18th. Rodrigo Loga finishes 19th. And Zach Ogburn finishes 20th.
All right, Jared Harmon going to finish 21st here tonight. Carter Lawson 22nd. Garrett D. Grant, our point setter, coming in tonight, going to finish in 23rd. Jeremy Horn 24th. Chris Seidenfaden 25th. Andrew Jump 26th. Casey Duncan 27th. Stephen Dean 28th. Andrew Mraz 29th, the defending champion. And Cole Kidder going to finish in 30th.
Roy Geeson finishes 31st. Dawson Miller 32nd. Jacob Chalifo finishes 33rd. Rick Donathan finishes 34th. Edward Morris 35th. William Martin 36th. Jeff Glockner 37th. Timothy Zayas finishes 38th. Robert Felsen finishes 39th. And Michael Robinson finishes 40th.
All right, Darren Clement, Rick Donathan, and Cody Fabianic are your admins here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Of course, tomorrow night, right here on MaxSpeedTV, we will have the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Premier Private Car Service Truck Series right here on MaxSpeedTV, right here at Daytona. I got to give a shout out to Logan for coming in the booth here with me tonight. Logan, thank you so much for joining me. Man, it was awesome.
It was a great race for sure. It was very exciting all the way down to the finish, and thank you for having me. It was certainly an experience.
Oh, man. Well, you wanted the experience, and now you got it. So, Alrighty, folks. That'll do it here for MaxSpeedTV. We will see you tomorrow night. We're right back here for the Extreme Motorsports 99.com Truck Series. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.